everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Challenge Accepted. And today, the challenge that Shannon and I are both taking on is a grab 5 from Mercy Tiara's Summer 2020 Inspiration. And it requires a stencil, which I've got somewhere around here. There it is. This one, I'm going to try to see how I can, I love these kinds of symbols, turning them every which way to signify motion or action or whatever. Puffy stickers or alphas, and I've got some puffy stickers. I've got both these little dots and these little floral and bows. Those are, with the bows, those are probably Maggie Holmes. And triangle or diamond shapes. I have these diamonds. I'll try to maybe line those up as an accent color, not quite sure where yet. 2 photos of different sizes. And so I have those. They're photos, both photos of me sitting on the gorgeous white limestone buildings that there are in Mykonos. This was on a Greek cruise that we were taking almost exactly 12 years ago today, or excuse me, 8 years ago today in 2012. And wood veneer. And I have a couple wood veneer pieces in my bowl here. One of them is a birdhouse, and I just kind of want to make it look like a house. So I'm going to put a leaf in front of it. For the I am also doing the Mind the Scrap Summer Challenge, and the week 3 rules just came out today. You need to have 2 or more photos, so my 2 photos will work. Stamping, and I'm going to stamp directly onto a photo. That's what my Misty is doing here, and it could be a horrible disaster, or I could absolutely love it, and I'll let you be the judge. Doodling. I will find a place to doodle. Not quite sure where or what I'm going to doodle, but I'll try to do that. Die cuts or a cut file. My title is going to be this cut file that I got from Creative Cuts Club. It went with a kind of a boy-themed set of cut files several months back, and I hadn't used it yet. And torn paper, and that's an easy one for me because I put torn paper on nearly all my layouts. So something that I wanted to include here was this Greek key symbol, and I think I'm going to try to work it in somewhere. I'm on a tear lately to give my white cardstock a rest, and I'm going with colored cardstock or pattern paper. Here I'm going to use this beautiful blue because it's just reminiscent of the Greek skies. I am going to use this, I think it's Webster's Pages, and this is Strawberry Fields. And I'm going to tear this whole thing. So why don't we just do that now? And I want a dip where the Greek key symbol can kind of be peeking out. So we'll see how that works. I'll maybe have it coming this way. I've got this floral part down here, so I'm going to tear this strip of floral off, and I'm going to tear it in such a way that I can maybe use this on another layout. Let's see. And then I'll come back up and finish like that. Okay, that will work. I'm not going to use it there, and I may do something like this and some layers kind of coming down, maybe have this over to one side. This is just a scrap, and it actually was destined for the trash can, and it fell out onto the floor, and I was picking it up before sweeping the floor, and I thought, why don't I use it? Okay, so let's do the scary part first. I have this stamp, and let me see if I can show you what that is. It's a Kelly Create stamp that I got in a Mind the Scrap kit, and it makes this frame with these tropical leaves. It's not a heavy-handed stamp. It's a thin, I guess the point used to draw the image was a fairly fine point. So I've got my photo here in my MISTI, and I lined up the stamp so that it frames me, and the rest of what's around me here isn't particularly revelatory. You can kind of see the village back, you know, behind there, and you can see the white. So I just thought I wouldn't mind stamping on that. So let's load up the stamp and see how that goes. And to be honest, if this doesn't work out, this is not one of those things that I can just, you know, live with. Say, oh, I'll live with that. I probably will stop this video and go print another picture and do something else entirely. So let's do this and wish me luck. Ooh, okay, I love it. All right, let's, that came out better than I had hoped. Okay, yay, 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 yay. Okay, I'm gonna put the stamp there to clean it. I may do this. I kind of want to be careful with that photo paper. I want to do this to wipe that ink off the MISTI. Put this down. I'm going to close the MISTI and put it away. Okay, next I'm going to antique the title a bit. Let me just kind of that ink, and then I'll put this with my stamp. Actually, you're going to see me do something I never do, which is to put this stamp away right after using it. I do that when I'm creating without filming, but when I'm filming, it's kind of hard to do. But, okay, so I've got this, which is, and I forget what color this is, gathered twigs. I need to label that because I'm just gonna barely touch it and let it go on kind of unevenly, heavier in some areas. Let's let this L be heavy. Now I'll go back and kind of reinforce the edges. And this is to kind of go with the antiquing of the, that's in that Webster's Pages paper. Okay, that's probably enough. I'll say that's ready to use. Now, oh, look how cool that is. Okay, I'm going to put that aside. I want to tear the Greek key symbol and just kind of have it poking up. I'm not quite sure how. Well, do I want to tear it or just cut it and have it kind of like that? Let's cut it, and then I always have the option of tearing it if that's not what I wanted. Okay, and I opened the door and left it open, and we have a fly who's decided to visit us. Okay, and so I see that he's wanting to make an appearance on camera. Let me do this. Kind of slide that in there. I tell you what I want to do. And I don't have anything blue with me. I'm going to cut this a little closer because I really like not having any white showing there. And that just cut with left, well, let me trim it with my scissors. There we go. And if I'd torn this, this wouldn't matter. I kind of debated maybe antiquing it and tearing it, or tearing it and antiquing after that, so that it would look like it was kind of left there, and that my torn paper is just kind of revealing it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I kind of like the brightness of the color. Let's see. How that works. Okay, that's okay. Can you even tell that it is a Greek key? And I can cut this end over here so that we don't see any white. And it can go there, and it can stick up a little bit more. Here, so that you can see the full key. And then the photos can go here. Is that gonna reveal enough? Let's see. I'm not liking it. Just I didn't plan this, as you can easily tell. I think I want this about maybe like this, because I want to be able to have some room for some things down here. I'm just gonna let that go, let's say it like that, and here, let's do this so that it's peeking out of there. And then I've got, can this work? I'll tell you what, let's just put it down and then we'll figure it out from there. If I fuss around with it, it will bug me. Too darn much. Okay, do that. And here, I want some of that. There's at least one of those will show there, will be kind of, is that at all gonna work? You know what? Again, I'm going to put this down here, and I'm gonna do this. See, I don't want to lose that guy. Maybe I'll tuck this under here and have both of them coming out, and then you can just figure out what that is. I'm not going to worry about it too much. You and I will know that's a Greek key, right? So here I'm going to, my stencil, I'm gonna line this up down here, and then just use a white pen to go, with the inside sections, and then I'll do one over on the other side pointing up. And it gives me maybe a spot where some embellishments can go. And it's okay with me if some of those didn't completely go through. In fact, I kind of like that, and maybe I'll intentionally do that in a couple places up here. Okay, there. Now, let's see if that gives me a good spot to end this little tiny piece of striped paper that's going to go down here. That does. So let me put a little adhesive on the back of that. Kind of do this. And I'm going to cut this off. Let's see if it works here. It does. So let me get that there, and I can use one of my embellishments right in that area as well. Let's get the rough straight edge. Cut. Here, and let me, maybe this is where I'll do the little wood veneer house. You can see that it's a birdhouse, and I'm going to glue this on one way or the other. I'll probably do it this way. So just kind of do that. And let me get this to glue wood to wood. And we'll see, do I want it this way? Yeah, because that covers the hole in the perch. And that doesn't give it away as a birdhouse. This little base down here might, but I'm gonna pretend not. I have some little journaling strips here. Not quite sure where I want those to go. I thought I'd add another layer here of some kind of antique-y looking torn paper. Let me get some liquid adhesive on that. I just love how that stamping came out. And obviously, Greece isn't a tropical destination per se, but there is tropical foliage there, and there certainly are tropical flowers, and okay, so I've kind of gonna do this, and then I'll put this back in up under there. And I'm faffing about a bit more than I had hoped, but I think you've maybe come to expect that. Let's see. This is not as easy as it was the first time around, right? Okay, and I do have some adhesive on here. And I have one of the things I'm going to stamp on here was about a quote about sunshine. What I did here, I die cut a sunshine shape out of yellow and white polka dotted vellum. And then, because I couldn't just put a piece of red foam behind that, I put a piece of white paper and cut it kind of into a rough circle about the same size. So I'm gonna glue that down right on the photo. And I have a stamp here that is kind of a banner, and it says sunshine and smiles. And I'm certainly smiling there, so I thought I might try to stamp that right there. Or should it go here? Okay, let's do that. And I'm, again, kind of stamping after the fact. This is from the same stamp set as the rainbow I used last week. This came in a Mind the Scrap kit. I'm gonna do the banner first and then go do the sentiment on the inside. Okay, that didn't quite work. So watch me doodle the rest of that banner. I should have done that with the Misty, right? Okay, can't even tell I missed it, right? All right, let me put that there. I'm gonna ink this up. It's in a tiny font, but I love it because it fits right in here. Yes, and I could have spaced it up a little bit, but that's okay, because that may give me a spot, maybe to put this little sticker. I'm not liking that, so I need a puffy sticker on here. So maybe, right, don't like that at all. Okay, let's see if maybe the puffy sticker looks better down at the base of this guy. And should I then use the pink one, which kind of picks up some of those colors? So yeah, let's go with that. Okay, there's the puffy sticker requirement, and I think I won't use any more of those. I've got my little triangle shapes here that are required, and I think the title can go right here on top of this kind of antiqued blue line. I'm not quite sure where this journaling will go. So let's figure out what colors we want right over in here. I've got this kind of hot pink, darker pink, and an orange. I'm not crazy about those. The dark green, the teal, and the turquoise. How about that? Let's go right there. Over the blue stripe, kind of right at the border of that. Okay, green, teal and turquoise, yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay, because there's some dark green in here. I think it's a good color scheme for that. And I don't think I need any of these. If I had left one of the holes showing there, I was going to use one of these to kind of plug it up, but I don't think I need that. I have a stamp. I like to use stamps on travel type pages, but I don't really want to cover up the key. I don't think I need it. It doesn't particularly thrill me for it to be there. So let's do the gluing on the title, and I'm not going to glue. I like these titles to appear to be floating on top of the page, so I'm not going to just smash it down and glue it there. Just glue it in a few spots and kind of tap where those spots might be. Okay. Here. Let me cut this off. Get this glued down. Again, not particularly flat. I may doodle around that. Okay, let me see. Gonna do this, get that end there, because I'm gonna try to join it with the other end of this. And then I'll put the date down. Yeah, and get that lined up. I didn't cut the paper the same height, but that's fine. I think it still has continuity. Here we go. A lot of these photos from Greece have been showing up in my Facebook memories because the trip was 8 years ago. Hard to believe that. Let me kind of put it right there. Okay, and I have some word stickers there's a Say Yes to New Adventures that I wanted to put on here. Would it? Nah, don't like it there. How about over here above the Greek ink? Now normally I might put those on foam, but the color stands out against the blue background. So I just need to doodle a little edge around here, and we're good. I'm going to do the same thing here, except I'm going to freehand it instead of going against the paper, and I'll double it and maybe put a few stitches in. And this is bothering me, the space that's there. So what can I do there? Is there something is there a word phrase I could? There's a let's go somewhere. And there's travel the world. Let's see if that would work there. Travel the world, sunshine and smiles. Maybe like this. And this is not necessary because it is black, but I kind of want that consistency. And did I maybe speak too soon? Maybe want to use that there? Nah, I don't like it. How about this, though? Take some of these colors. Let's go here and here, and I'll pull that same pink that's in that rose down there. So okay, strange page. Let's check my list to see if I've got everything. The 2+ photos, yes. The stamping, yes. Doodling, yes. Die cuts and cut file, that works. And torn paper there and there. That's for the Mind the Scrap. For the Mercy Tiara, I've used a stencil. I've used puffy stickers here and here. Triangle or diamond shapes right here. 2 photos and wood veneer. So I think I've got everything I needed to get on this one. I'm going to put a tiny, since all the places are pretty much set, I'm going to put a little bit of glue there and here, just to kind of hold that down. But I think we're done, and I'll see you next Thursday on Challenge Accepted. Bye.